Alright guys, this is casual. We're getting the afternoon stream started. I am working on the audio here. I did notice it was a little quiet, so we should see pretty decent improvement. If not, be sure to let me know. If you're dropping in or just watching after the fact, let me know what you think of the audio. I'm still trying to play with it, make sure it's not too loud, but at the same time, it sounded like I was mumbling last time, and I don't talk super loud as it is, so just let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. Right now, we are looking at sending Griffin off to do some recruiting. We'll probably want to pull a U-turn here, head into AdMag. We're going to need to make sure we have plenty of food, and I'm not sure if we want to. We'll probably grab the armor first. Once we get the armor, then it'll be okay to recruit. Who knows? We'll see. I don't want them wandering around useless. We're going to need another influx of money, so I think we'll also hit Shark. But the goal today is to get our recruits set up. We ideally will have everybody armed up and ready to walk around causing problems. Right now, we're going to head to Shark, make a little bit of quick cash, and then see where we want to go from there. We are heading that way in the middle of the night. Hopefully that will allow us to come out of there at a decent time. We want the shops to open up right around the time we get there rather than them closing right before we get there. We've also got Beep doing his strength training. We just set him up with 1 slot for copper, 3 bags of iron, and he'll just walk back and forth doing all of the training he needs all on his own. We're going to probably make Beep into our Mega Cyber Warrior, Griffin into our Mega Cyber Scout, and the rest of them are just going to be our basic army and heavy armor. Unfortunately, swapping back and forth sometimes we get these loading screens, but I'll get a lot better performance if I leave the fast swaps off. There we go, now we're up and running. I play too much Kenshi, even in between the streams. I stream just kind of when I have time, in between when I'm doing my son's homeschooling, and when I actually have a quiet house to stream. And in between that, I was still playing some Kenshi, trying out a solo playthrough, just seeing how quickly I could get a solo guy up to speed without wasting my time grinding. I'd rather use a little bit of cheese than spend forever grinding. Then we're going to go take him bounty hunting and see what we can take down with him. I don't know if I'll make videos on that or not. That's just, I had to look back and see where we were with this one and think for a second what's next. Even as I started going live, because I wanted to get going, I wasn't sure exactly what the next step would be. I still think the next best thing is to make some more money, get our armor first, and then start recruiting once we get the armor in a central location. That central location isn't going to be able to be somewhere dangerous. We've got to get our new recruits armed up before we take them anywhere like that. That dude threatening me? Leave me alone, dude. I'm just waiting to buy stuff. Chill. I don't have any patience for that. Leave me alone. Griffin is not here to fight. Let's see what you got. Almost nothing. You suck. We're going to sell all but one of these tools. We're only going to need one of them. It's just taking up space. It wouldn't be too bad to see if we can get away with stealing this stuff, but it's just not worth the effort right now on this playthrough. We're already pretty set up. We don't need to start problems with our suppliers. There we go. And we'll just run that over to Flats Lagoon. Not even encumbered. Fully stealthed up. We should be pretty much invisible all the way there. It would be nice to be able to pack in some expensive items, but I don't know if that's what we're looking at right now. I don't know of any other nearby places where I can go and loot. I already hit this ancient lab. I know there's a couple ruins here. We already hit the supply outpost. And I could buy, maybe I'll buy a couple maps in Flats Lagoon and see if I can get some more spots. There's always the usual ones, but they're all the way on the end of the continent. I'm not trying to get too entangled right now. I certainly don't want Griffin to go dying on me. We had some close calls earlier today where he nearly died just because I tabbed over to someone else to get some stuff sold or see what we could get. And then again, just hanging out with Burn, he almost got murdered standing on Burn's porch. Some skeleton came up and slapped him with a friggin' whatever the big pole axe is. And he was just down for the count. Almost died right there. Speaking of Burn, let's get him to... Can he just auto-map to the Armor King? That would be great. I'm going to end up getting one of these dudes killed doing this, but we're trying to speed it up here. You know, we're on day 32. We haven't really done any fighting yet. It's time to get the army up and running so we can build a base. As soon as we get them blooded and get their stats up to something respectable, and get them to where they're not shooting each other in the back or the face, that's when we'll be able to have some fun. Get a base started, defend it, and defending it will give us the rest of the training we need. Whoa, Burn, what are you doing? I knew he would screw this up, but I didn't think he would screw this up this bad. Wow. No, man, you do not want to go that way. You want to go through the water. This isn't rocket surgery. Come on, man. Come on, you can do this. It's not like you gotta swim anyway, you're just walking through it. Let's go. Seems silly he's having trouble with this. I know it's Kenshi pathing, but come on, man. You're not even... you're walking. Just walk. Channel your inner Christopher and get it done. Alright, well, he's pretty much home free in there. I've never seen anyone get attacked in the water there, which of course means he probably will, but I'll get over it. Sell all this stuff. Get a nice chunk of change. And we'll check on our copper miners. Make sure to sell off their stuff too. No, chill. Okay, sold to him. Hit the bar. Let's just double check the... No, see, yeah, there's copper in there. This wasn't quite hovering over correctly. Here, we'll buy some food. I could do that at the end if I have to as well. Rather just get all the money, but you gotta take what you can get. We'll send him back to work. We'll check in with Casual and Ruka. Get this stuff sold. See if there's any science we can research. We are not going to invest in any more science books just yet, though. We want to make sure we get our armor and our crossbows and arrows, and that's it. That's all we're focused on right now. Alright, we got all of our money from selling our copper and the unmentionables. Let's see what he's got. Alright, this is where we're going to get all of the pants. Most of them masterwork too? Dang. That is what I was hoping for. We don't need the tools, that's fine. High grade's good enough. We need helmets. We'll take that. I could probably build a fake base out here and just put all this armor in it, but knowing my luck, there'd be a faction that'll rob armor, come take everything from me. Okay, it looks like we didn't need the money from there that bad. We could go try and check out some different places. Let's see what they've got for maps here. Library map. Engineer's map. Yeah, these are dirt cheap. We're gonna buy those. So the trick with these is to open your map immediately, not close it. Look where it goes. That tower is so far away. I don't like it. So is that one. Come on, guys. Something in the same neighborhood, please. Now, all the treasure's gonna be somewhere crazy. But I only see 2 markers. Oh, there. Oh, hey, there we go. That one's pretty close. We'll go check that out. Still a little risky, but nothing too bad. Ooh, we left burn out in the open. That's not good. I'm really just trying to get Burn safely back to his house while keeping an eye on Griffin, make sure he's not getting murdered casually off screen again. He's on his last 9 life. There's just no way he survives another screw up, so I'm not trying to make that happen this evening. Come on, Vern, move your old bolts. We gotta get there. Getting pretty close. Just gotta keep an eye out for skeletons and spiders. Seems like as long as we don't linger outside, we're gonna be okay, which is nice. Close the door. Oh no. Oh no. I just pulled Griffin over this way. That's not what we want. Well, it looked like Streamlabs still picked that up despite me being muted. Hopefully that is not the case. I'm sorry about that, guys. I will, what are we at? The 17-minute mark. I'll try and look through that and cut that out before we get it on YouTube for the replay. Goodness, that was rough. Okay, so here's the trick with this stuff. This is inhabited. That's the danger here. We're not showing up to an empty old thing with just spiders. These guys do not play around. If I get caught by them, I am in trouble. Like that is me getting caught. That's not good. We're going to just run away. You see, that harpoon hit him in the leg for 85. If that had hit me, I would be limping and I would be screwed. We are leaving. We are not risking our most valuable dude for that. He's the guy that can really get things moving, take us where we need to go. We're not doing all that. I think we start making our way to World's End and packing the place up. Because we're not going to get through this area with a bunch of Shek. And I don't want to run through there with the Foglands. It might be time to start moving the armor. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to start moving the armor. Alright, burn. Let's get this stuff put away. He's got a lot of good stuff here, too. This is awesome. See, there's that spider chasing us. I'm just hoping we don't run into anything that's actually fast, like the skeletons. It's nice being able to buy all this armor, but without being able to transport it, I'm not sure it means all that much. Maybe we should have grabbed our robot operative and started training him up sooner. Griffin, why? Just... why? What in the world was the plan here? Your outfit will literally protect you from the regular acid rain, and you're like, I want to go die. Oh my goodness. Almost died again, chilling in a river, because he's just that stupid. Burn, can you please go to the Armor King without any international incidents, please? That would be just great. And Griffin, stay the hell out of the acid. At least this doofus doesn't have anything valuable on him if he dies. I don't mean to be like that, man, but what? This guy tried to die this time. That had nothing to do with me. He just sat in the river and stayed there. The acid river. Okay, he doesn't have anything for us right now. We are going to check Logan and see if he got some high quality stuff. They're kind of played out on time. I'm tired of waiting. I just want to get everybody in some good heavy armor. Got plenty of chest plates, man. We need helmets and pants. Helmets and pants. Griffin, you're still moving. That's good. He's still moving. We're not dying. Beef's strength is coming up nicely. He's sitting there at 32. Haven't touched him other than telling him to haul that copper with that iron in his backpack. 32 strength. He's getting there. Alright, we'll keep an eye on Griffin. Try to keep him from murdering himself. It's also kind of sad because he has high enough stealth to be just capped out at 100 and running super safe. And instead he just took a bath in acid and stayed there, and his stealth is kind of shot because he's injured pretty badly. I'll switch off of him once we get there with Logan. We'll buy a little food. I'm just going to have him hang out here. And then I think we're just going to start selling off that copper. Buy a little bit more armor. I don't think this guy's got anything for burn right now. I'm not sure when he's going to refresh, but I think he won't do it if we're standing in the shop. So we'll wait over here. Hope we don't die. Well, Griffin made it. That's good. We'll let him get some rest. And then we will move out. We will get the armor moving. Logan's not going to be able to help much. Honestly, I'm not sure how much Griffin's going to be able to do. It might be a matter of letting Beef do it, but his whole being a bug man isn't going to go over too hot. Yeah, he's still pretty encumbered, but I think when you combine that with his super high stealth, we should still be okay. He'll move a little slower, get some strength training while we're at it. We need to see if there's anything on science we could be researching since we're just sitting here. Okay, good. We're all caught up on that. Is there anything you should be doing, casual? I feel like there is. Do we want large defensive walls? Or do we want double barrel harpoon? Or both? And then we need 4 more engineering research. That is wild. Alright, our sneak is not the best here. We're gonna have to give it a shot though. When the morning hits, we'll hit Khaled and Birmingham, sell their stuff off, make sure their copper sales stay caught up. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to go quiet here. I'm just a little nerve-wracking. He's carrying our most important items on his back with only about 60 stealth and half encumbrance, so he's not going fast. We are going slow. Alright, don't die while I sell this copper. And then this. This is not good. Every time I come back here, there's dogs everywhere murdering fools. Can y'all get it together and kill these things? About to abandon this city before it goes under. Looking like Chicago or New York in here. There's crime and death everywhere. Still have so much to sell. We already hit the machine shop up though, didn't we? Yeah, we're outpacing everybody with the stuff we have here. Gotta remember to sell that stuff. We'll stay up on it though. Alright, Griffin. Burn. Let's see if we can buy some stuff while Griffin does not die off screen. Repeat, you did not have permission to die off screen. Or at all. We need that stuff. Preferably don't die at all. That would be great. Nothing still. What is going on, my guy? You need to restock, sir. Griffin's still chilling. More high-grade chest pieces. Need high-grade pants and helmet, my guy. Guess we're buying ammo. Specialist toothpicks are cropping up, though. Might be wearing all specialists when we roll out of here. Yeah, see, he's all paused up again. There we go. There we go. Heading to the hub. He's still doing his wannabe Naruto run, so we should still get there somewhat quickly. None of this stuff is technically technology, so he shouldn't get attacked for it. But you better believe we bought all of this stuff from tech hunters and robots. Take that for what you will, Holy Nation. What about the robotic shops here? Are we missing out on some engineering items? Wow, this guy does not like me. This gal. I've never been in here before. I know I'm not wearing regulation pants, but chill. Same terrible fuck. I don't have many fans in Kenshi, apparently. Everybody's a damn hater. Man, this is going to be a long trek. But this is why I didn't want to get the people recruited first. They're just going to be sitting around eating food, doing nothing. And that's just a giant waste of resources. You know, they're not going to starve to death in the bar. They're busy making money some other way or getting food. You know, the game's just keeping them not dying, but the headcanon is they're taking care of themselves for now. They're not our problem yet. Once we hire all those Shek, though, I want to gear them up immediately and send them out to cause a ruckus with all these dust bandits. I think they're going to make really quick work of them. I've done this before with Old World Mark II bows and crab armor that I made myself, and it was crazy how effective they were. They would just kill most things without even coming down to melee. I think the toothpicks will do less damage, but it'll also do less damage to each other. I think it'll pretty much always do almost no damage as long as we keep them in full heavy armor. And that's really the goal, is we're going to be taking no real damage from that. We might upgrade to crab armor, but if we do that, that will sadly probably be way down the line and self-crafted, which is just horrendous. You know, I could stop and help this guy, but I won't. I don't like the Holy Nation just because we live there, use their safe copper mine. Well, somewhat safe copper mine doesn't mean I really want to help them out. Alright, Logan and Byrne, we're going to have them do a quick price check again. Can we get some armor? No, we cannot. It's the same stuff. Byrne, is he still on that same nonsense? Or did the Armor King upgrade? I'm wondering if it's like every 2 days that they update. I feel like some of the shops have been updating every day. It's just at weird times. Yeah, I know you're the... Whew, he updated. Boy, howdy. But it's all chess pieces, man. We need pants. Brother, I need pants. I don't need oats. I need pants. Can't even afford the masterwork. Look at that. Alright, we're done buying chests. We're going to spend our money on helmets and pants. We're all tapped out, buddy. We're not going to risk another run either. We're just going to hang out there, buy what we can. Make Griffin do it. Although Beep is already stronger than him. That's not for nothing. Maybe we should send a Cyber Beep in to take care of business. Uh-oh, it's time for nothing. Gotta turn that alarm off. Oh, okay. This next day we gotta make sure we hit Khaled and Bombingham first. Their names are so ridiculous. What are you guys? Oh, 100 Guardians? Okay. Well, we gotta hit up Stack. Make sure we sell off their copper so we stay ahead of it. We may not have shopkeepers there much longer at this rate. Now, if I wanted to totally cheese it, I could go load up some iron backpacks for them on a Garu or something and drag it down here. That could be the best way to move the armor, too. I'm already not using mods. Is it really bad to cheese? Make an armor storage or two here. Not gonna bother turning his jobs on. I need him to hold on to the food I give him. Alright, first armor run, not bad. Didn't take that long. I think I'm gonna keep doing it that way. We'll just keep doing runs for the armor, and by the time we get wrapped up with him, Burn should have enough stuff for us to pull out. And then I'll probably just send, well, hopefully by then Beep will be ready to ascend. And we can just send Beep fully kitted out in stealth gear, strength arms, and we'll probably give him scout legs once he's skilled enough. And he will just move. It's a bit of a process buying this armor in these out-of-the-way places, but it's the only place to really get it reliably. And I don't want to put every single recruit through their ninja training arc just to get them up there safely. probably is worth thinking about, though, that there aren't beak things on this side of the map. You just have to run past... Well, no. The paladins. The paladins are going to move. Those guys are way faster than you would think. They're not going to catch up to some of my fastest guys, but regular recruits that are new, yeah, they're going to get caught. Ay, ay, ay. Just want to make sure I've got it all out of here. I don't want to end up with a bunch of copper laying around. I want to make sure it gets sold. There we go. Have Ruka sell what we have here. It looks like we're all caught up on research again. Can you guys sell some pants and helmets? That would be great. That would be the most convenient thing ever. Never mind, you're the weapons seller. I'm just out here setting expectations you could never meet. My bad. What about you, though? You could have pants. Ugh. Or not. Griffin, we've talked about this, dude. You can't just stand still. Move it. Sir, I need pants. Give me pants. A lot of this is going to be just mooking and running. We tried to avoid the grind, but there's still a little bit of tedium here. Not much, though. We're getting ready to move this stuff. I think I want to take Logan. We could take Logan and get him trained up to run back and forth at least. He'd have to carry stuff that's light. What is his stealth at? Nothing. I don't think that's gonna work. If I had known how many different places I'd end up buying from, I might have done this differently. I probably wouldn't have set up at World's End at all. But I guess I did get a ton of crossbows and ammo there. Speaking of... Sir, I need pants. Why you no give pants? It's like nobody wears pants. I'm not spending any more money on crossbows. I don't care how good they look. How you doing on food, Logan? You okay? Yep, we're good. Alright. Is it gonna be easier to transport a bunch of... First of all, hold on. Let's make sure we're only taking the specialist ones. Start out picky. Okay, there's not that many specialist ones. There's no reason to get hectic about it or start buying anymore, for that matter. Okay, yeah, we can start moving some of the weapons and ammo as well, and that'll go faster, which is good. We may end up marching a pantsless army up here. It's going to be crazy. Just to try and finish gearing up. Pants and helmets, sir. This isn't hard. At least Griffin's moving quickly when he's just carrying the crossbows and the ammo. And all the while we're still making money. We don't have to really worry about running out. I mean, we're still a little light in the pockets, but if we only buy pants from here on out, we should be good. And helmets. We're gonna need helmets. We might settle for gas masks just to get started. We can train up Burn or Sad Neil, get them rolling to where they can meaningfully move stuff around for us. It may... I don't want to do any off-camera stuff because that looks like shenanigans, but it may come down to how much patience I have for doing this and spending time on the stream doing it when I'd rather be doing the fun stuff. But we're getting there. This is kind of a reality of Kenshi. If you want to get good armor without losing 5 or 6 people on the way there, and then potentially starving because you run out of food waiting, you're going to have to either do runs back and forth like this, or you're going to have to train up every robot guy you can to hang out there and then bring the armor back. By the time I get them trained up, I'll have made these armor runs. I'm not going to have anyone strong enough to do these in perfect stealth. Like Beep's still only at 40 strength. That's really good for how quickly we've gotten there, but it's not going to be before I get done moving all of this armor anyway. Once we get everyone armored up, that's when it gets crazy. This is, again, why normally I'd play modded. But I think it's pretty cool to show, you know, what you can do when you're not modding. I'm just not going to build a town on a save where I'm not reloading when stuff goes down without having at least a decently armed group. They got to be at least somewhat capable. Building a town can be done quickly and properly without too much fuss, but I just do not see the value in that. The whole playthrough would be over. I wouldn't get to show you guys anything about the strategy I'm trying to use for how we fight. I wouldn't get to show you guys us running over the Holy Nation, none of that. One of the other things we could do, especially for no mods, is taking our new recruits and just stealing stuff from the bandits, like the dust bandits. Just outnumbering them with our crossbows only and see how that goes. That'll get us some crap armor to put on. But that would be a whole different style. I'm trying to put really decent armor together on some noobs that makes those noobs super effective. The problem is I don't want it to get boring watching me just run back and forth. And the only way to really jive that up is to risk killing off the characters by not paying much attention. Which probably just comes off as stupid. And I know I'm not going to need more than one bolt box since I didn't have one in the first place where I'm bringing stuff from. Okay. Revolving barrel, AI cores, spotlight. I need so much engineering research. Okay, we've got him set up to do quick drops when he gets here. And we'll send him back. I actually do think we've hit a point where it makes sense to get beep active here. That's what we'll do to speed this up. Take off his jobs. Drop that stuff. He will be better off without this for now. And we're going to get him trained up in stealth while we're running Griffin around. Because again, Griffin's not in the most dangerous areas now that we're not doing money runs with him. It's not going to be that bad. It's going to be kind of weird having Beep running around unarmed, but we really need to get this armor moving. I don't want this to take forever. I want to get this done, and training his stealth is going to take no time at all. He's got the most important pieces equipped that he can. He can't even have the shirt, so he's fully geared as stealthy as he can be. We're just looking for bandits to chase us. I don't want the Holy Nation chasing him and enslaving him because they actually caught him. That would be terrible. Nobody's home. Come on, banditos. Where are you at? They are over here. They're all over here. Fresh victims? How could you even talk about beef like that? Just gotta get him in stealth. There we go. We get just a little further away. See, we've already got him up to over 20. And it looks like they gave up. So we're going to be able to farm them a little more, just hanging out behind them. Oh, that one guy saw him. Now we'll run him the other way. He's a little too fast. There we go. Oh, they already gave up on him. That's crazy. Ooh, now Beep got hit. We messed up. We messed up. Time to go. Come on, Beep. We'll go get him to heal up a little. That was just me being careless, not even thinking. Yeah, I was gonna say, are you gonna medical up? What are you doing? Alright, we need to double check if we're able to buy anything here. We just want pants and helmets. Pants and helmets. Nope. We're not going to buy any more ammo either. Let's go ahead and sell our copper too. They're racking up so much copper so fast. It's crazy how quickly they get it fully loaded up again. Alright, there we go. We were able to sell it all. See if Burn can have any luck here. Sure would be nice to see him come back with some armor this time. We need pants. Pants and helmets. That's the name of the game. This is why a lot of people will opt to just make it themselves, despite the barriers and the time. It can be so tedious trying to buy it this way sometimes. Okay, so here's some guys we can taunt with beep. Ah, he still got hit. That's rough. So we're gonna head for the hub. Got back into stealth, and we are getting some serious XP off of that. We're going to see if Beep's good enough to get away with running up there. He's got the strength to carry some stuff back for us, so let's see what he can do. Move your booty. So tired of Griffin being a layabout. At least this way Beep will get some passive stealth as well. As he runs near enemies, he's going to get a little bit here and there. And we can still put him to use. That'll be the best part. Two stealthers passing the day. No, see, he's stopping too. You guys can't be doing this. This is how you get killed. And these are exactly the kind of guys I don't want to see me. Whew. Didn't even notice. Just that good. it'll be nice to get the armor moved, and then we can start recruiting. I think that's all we're going to get time to do today is get the armor moved, running back and forth. It's already getting close to time to wrap up. I've got to get some dinner made. I'll probably, like it or not, gonna move all of this stuff over tonight. That way I'm not having to do it on stream. If somebody dies, they'll die. That's the only downside. I really can't decide between not boring y'all to death with running back and forth like a goober and not doing things off camera. I guess really if you're that bored you could click off, but that's like nightmare fuel. That's not what I want. I want you guys to find this stuff after I've uploaded the streams and start showing up for the streams, and so I don't want to bore you to death. Although Beep running through Holy Nation territory is not something he's going to forget anytime soon. If he gets caught, he is done for. He's going to lose at least a limb. I'd really like to see everybody armored up today, but it just takes time. Running these things back and forth is a little tedious. It might have been worth it to just deal with what armor we could get, but in the long term, this will keep us from having to run up here at all after this for quite some time. I think it's time we made some squads. We will put Griffin and Beep in a squad together. We'll get them working together once Griffin gets up there with Beep. Let Beep hold off at World's End. And that way we won't have to keep bouncing back and forth. I do think that's where we're going to wrap it up tonight. We'll go ahead and get Griffin up there, save the game, and I'll probably just do the moving off camera. You guys have seen it. You know how it goes. If I'm randomly missing a character, you'll know it. I'm not going to do any reloads just because that's not fun for me. And then we will catch you in the morning. This was casual. I'm just trying to show you guys how I would do a Kenshi playthrough to get me up and running as fast as possible. skip the grind as much as I can. There's a little bit of running, but other than that, we're really trying to skip the grind and just get to having fun, moving our army around the map. So we will catch you tomorrow, and I will save the game here. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream. Whenever he happens to get there, I'll save it. And tomorrow we should have a whole bunch of armor laying around, and I'll show you where I get all of these recruits and just how fresh and green they are, and we're still going to make them into an effective fighting force. Alright, thanks guys.